Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and before I get into this run, I want to offer a bit of an explanation as to what's been going on for the last roughly week and a half, and for lack of a better term, it's been an absolute disaster. A lot of it having to do with mental health, which, yes, I know I talk about it a lot, and you don't always want to hear about it, but there really is no better explanation. So while I get my run set up here, we'll quick talk about that. It's also been a little while since I've played this game, so if I seem a little out of practice, that's probably what you're noticing. But yeah, so what's been going on is it's just been one... There's one... So I'm getting ahead of myself here, both ahead of myself and just nervous, because I've really not been doing well, and I apologize to everyone. I know it's not necessarily fun to listen to me just go on about how weird things have gotten, but bear with me. So, what's really been going on is that I fell into a seriously deep depression one day out of work and also out of nowhere. And it's just left me with this it left me in this feeling of, I'm not worthy of anything. I'm not good enough. Like, it was just a continuous downward spiral for a good little while that just left me in this position of, everything is wrong, everything is bad, I'm not good enough. Like, to be fair, it's nothing that I haven't talked about before, but it just all spiraled out of control to the point where I ended up not even being able to go into work for a little while. Now, I'm fortunate that I had a support network to help out with that, and by that I mean just it doesn't need to be anything big. It's like a small group of friends, like a phone number that you can call for help when things are going poorly. Things like that. And that's honestly what I want to impress upon you all right now, is that if you're going through something like this, if you're having serious bad times with yourself, with your mental health, with feelings like the ones that I was having, which I don't like talking about this, and I know YouTube has serious issues with people talking about issues like this, but feelings like you don't belong in this world, like you want to... I don't even want that shit. But feelings like you're not good enough for anything, like you should be, deleting yourself, which is largely the problem I was having. Like, I'm used to... putting up with a few feelings of inadequacy, but as soon as they start to become feelings of, I would be better off not being here anymore, that's when you need to stop and get some help. And that leads to all sorts of other conversations we could have about how difficult it is to not only, let's not even talk about getting help, as in some cases, but in a lot of cases, and I hate to make this a gendered issue, because honestly, anyone who's feeling like they need help should just go out and get help, but there are fewer resources out there for us guys than there are for anyone else, and this isn't the channel to talk about that. I just wanted to bring it up because it was something that was on my mind. And another good part of the reason why I was feeling like, oops, I did not mean to cast that diagonally. Yeah, but another part of the reason that had me down is that I've just been under this feeling of maybe everyone is right. Maybe I'm the problem. And it's not even necessarily just like a societal thing. It's like I was feeling like I was a problem in even my own existence. And I don't know of any better way of saying that than just saying that's how I was feeling. Alright. So we're gonna want that. We're gonna want that. And we can give Ball Lightning away to Nocturne and see if he gives me anything good to work with this run. Honestly, no, not really. Yeah, I don't want any of that. I guess I'll take Stone Seekers temporarily, but I would really rather have just about anything else. Yeah, we're just gonna keep looking for other things. Alright. So, yeah, in a nutshell, I was having serious feelings of very powerful self-doubt, anxiety, depression. And I was honestly in a position where I felt like I wanted to unalive myself. And again, I hate talking about things like that, but I would be being dishonest if I said that wasn't where things had gotten to. And yeah, I decided that I needed to take some time away from YouTube and from a lot of things in order to get myself back on track. And, you know, I absolutely apologize if you guys thought that I had just left the platform. Like, and no one had given me any clue that that's what they thought had happened. That's just an assumption. If I made a bad assumption, I apologize. Ow. Okay, should have dodged that. Should have continued dodging instead of going in for the attack. So allow me to be the first to apologize for my long absence. Now, as of recently, what I've been thinking about is what do I want to do with the channel? Because one of the things that I've been really enjoying doing is offering, you know, a first impressions look at some games that are coming out. And because of that, I found some real gems. One of the ones that I've been kind of putting a lot of thought into is Witching Stone. Like, yeah, we definitely want that. Like, I really like that game. And I don't know how you all feel about it, but I get a huge kick out of that game, and that's one of the things that I'll probably spend some time on in the very near future. But I also want to get back to practicing Wizard of Legend 2, and yes, the game is still in early access. It's probably going to be in early access for a while. But I also haven't played the game in a while. I guess part of it is I'm getting into my own head here, but I was looking at the metrics for how those videos have been doing, and it's honestly not great. None of my videos have been, and this isn't. I'm not trying to make anyone feel bad. I'm, saying it as it is because I know I'm a pretty small-time YouTuber. Let's be fair. I'm very aware of these things, and it's better to be honest about them than to pretend like they aren't a thing. Okay. So we now have a couple of opportunities at some combined relics. Yeah, cold feet. Let's see who gets frozen in whose tracks here. There we go. Nice clean dodge there. Alright. As far as Wizard of Legend 1, I'm not sure what exactly I want to do when it comes to content for this game. Like, just the occasional build video seems like about the best thing I can really do with it, but maybe what I do, thinking about it a little bit more, is maybe it's time that I started getting back to doing some challenge videos. Like, there was a Wizard of Legend Discord server where I was getting some interesting challenge video ideas. And maybe what I do is I start getting back to those. But maybe another thing I can do is start keeping track of a win streak on this game. Maybe, some way to, and I hate to say it this way, but, generate a little hype. How many wins in a row can I get on this game? And if I go that route, then do I continue choosing my own builds? Do I let my audience control the builds? Do I do all of them random? Because, I mean, honestly, if I choose all my own builds, then that's given myself a huge leg up. Oh, speaking of leg up, look at this. Okay, that's definitely big. Having Blazing Bolt just makes this run so much more consistent. Alright. Hey, you have nothing I want. Come on, Iris. Be nice. Yeah, the soccer cleats is a really big... How the hell? Alright, real quick, what does this do? Yeah, I might want to hang on to that, actually. Let's get rid of that, pick up this. And there's the possibility that I could get a synergy with the Puffy Parka, but I haven't even seen... Well, I've seen Nox once. That's why I have the tiny crocodile heart. I very much like this high movement build that I've kind of accidentally put together here. Then again, when you're playing a roguelite, any build you put together is pretty accidental. All I did was lay forth the groundwork. At this point, I'm also pretty damn near indestructible, so... Okay, hold on. This is getting to be a little bit much. Okay, that was a little much. Now, the one issue that I do have with trying to do everything random is what happens when the Pride Robe comes up. Because that's one of those things that you really don't want coming up, coming up just randomly. I don't know how I feel about going random when the Pride Robe is a thing that can happen. Let's be fair, if you're going to try to use the Pride Robe, you need a very specific setup to mitigate possibilities of stupid damage. Also, if I were to use the Pride Robe, there's no way that I would use it with the Retro Floor Plan active. Oh, come on, Dark Sage, don't be such a wimp. That's not being a wimp, that's being realistic. Yeah, there's such a thing as trying to go too far with a challenge, and that would be going too far. At least if you ask this guy. Okay, I think because of the vampire's eyeglasses, actually I'm okay to drop that, and I'll pick up the sturdy wooden knees. And I'm holding on to the Magician's Top Hat because there is still the possibility I could get the wand. Well, at this point, do I even want it? I'm gonna say no. That also solidifies the choice to drop the jewelry box because now I've got a much greater critical hit rate. And I can pretty much just regenerate off of combat, like, more consistently. Yeah, and I'll keep the bunny ears a little bit longer. Okay. That was a bit of an embarrassing fight. But again, I remind you, I haven't had a lot of practice. This last roughly 2 weeks, the only game I've really been playing is Elden Ring, and now that I'm at least feeling a little bit better, I want to try to get back into my normal routine of things. Which, of course, involves playing a variety of games, sure, but also involves me getting back to the grind here. Because despite what I say about being disappointed in my performance, I still enjoy doing this. Oh, that was not smart. Oh, there's another jump. I mean, I could start to pivot in that direction instead of using the sword, but I don't think I want to do that. Okay, that was absolutely awful. Oh, okay, hold on. You guys know my rules, and just because I've been in a deep funk doesn't mean that the rules change. One of my personal rules... Well, I try to make myself a bit more comfortable here. One of my personal rules is that if I see a fairy, I have to find some way to take it. That's always been one of my rules for this game, and that's not just a challenge thing, I just happen to really like fairies. Why? I don't have a good answer for that outside of their... Okay, I might have an answer for that. Now, you guys know me. I really like wizards and magic as a concept. And fairies are very cute, small, magical creatures. They fly a lot. You know I like birds. You can probably hear the birds in the background. And I don't know, there's just something I really like about fairies. I think they're the cutest little mischievous things in the woods, and anywhere for that matter. Oh, okay. Hi. What the hell just happened? Okay, that's one of those situations where there's absolutely nothing I could have done. The real trick to something like that is you really just need to be able to back off and handle things a little bit at a time. Problem was that I was not able to back off because it was an enclosed room. But I'm going to attribute this more so to just the idea that I haven't had a lot of practice, so instead of making excuses for myself, I'm going to say, yeah, that was my fault. I did not read the situation properly, and I didn't use my jump to try to get out of that situation. I just kind of sat there and took it, and that's my bad. I'm making all sorts of small mistakes that can typically lead to a loss. So, that's on me. I just need to play better. Oh, hold on. So, what I'm telling myself is that, yeah, it's probably a good thing that I have this very easy to play build that self-regenerates, because if I didn't have that, I'd probably be losing right now. And I'm not saying that, you know, my brain not being like 100% healthy isn't having an effect on my play right now. Surely it is, but I don't want to blame everything on some external factor. The fact of the matter is, I made a mistake there, and I need to own up to it. And to be better. I will come back with something to donate to the good doctor. About the best things we could get would be either the Elixir of Might or the critical placebos. Okay, you know what? I probably could have just used the portal, but in classic fashion, I kind of forgot that it was there and just decided to forge my own path. Nothing here I'm really digging. Alright, go north. Hey, that's the boss room. And is there anything I could possibly find down here that might be worth it? Yes. Alright, so there's nothing here that I really want to use per se, but I will grab that to donate to the good doctor. And just in case she drops something I really want, I'll drop that. Yeah, no, don't want that, but, you know, you make your donations wherever you can to try to help out the medical community. I just didn't want that interrupting the boss fight. Oh, shoot, I accidentally left behind one of my Arcana. Alright, well, that was embarrassing. Wait. No, I didn't leave behind one of my Arcana. She took Blazing Vault. Yeah, I'm glad I had it to pick up again, but... See, this is what I mean when I say sometimes the rules are weird. Because by all rights, she should have taken Tidal Blast, but she didn't. She took something that was upgraded when I had something that was non-upgraded. I knew I had seen that before, and there's a reason why I have that little ritual of switching the places of my Arcana. So I am not crazy, and yes, it is a good idea to switch places for one of the Arcana that you want to make sure you're keeping. Ow. I accidentally bumped my keyboard tray. I don't know why I keep doing that. Alright, well at least we made it to the end here. Adopt another fairy. And I had a chance to explain to you guys what's been going on with me lately. I apologize. This is just one of those periodic things that keeps coming up, even though I sought help for it. I'm currently getting help for it. But it's just one of those things that keeps coming up every now and again, and I apologize for that. I do oftentimes feel like I just have a serious weakness that I don't know how to handle. It's also part of the reason why I'm so serious about mental health, because this is one of those things that can affect anyone, no matter who you are, no matter what they may look like on the outside. Everyone has the capacity of being affected by something like this. And even though I am medicated, it doesn't prevent me from, every now and again falling victim to the horrible negative thought processes of, uselessness, feeling like you don't belong, feeling like no one cares about you, and ultimately that what leads to people wanting to unalive themselves. And I hate that I'm one of the people that has to go through it, but I think being aware of it and being allowed the freedom to get help, no matter what shape that takes. And I'm sorry, I'm really, I don't know, I'm scatterbrained at the moment. As you can see, I'm not exactly 100% on myself at the moment, and I apologize for that. I'm normally better with both my words and my gameplay than this, so I'm still trying to come back to a sense of normal, but I hope you guys can see that in this crazy game that we call life, all we can do is our best, and if we need help, we should not be ashamed to go out there and get it. Doesn't matter who you are, barely matters what you are. It just, all that matters is that you get help, and that you understand that there are people out there that have your back. And this might sound like a cliche, but understand that if you're going through something, I completely understand, and I want you to know that I have your back, and I do love you. And that's about what I've got. So thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate it if you've had the patience to stick around and wait for me to post something up. I want you to know that I do really appreciate it. I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and you take care, everybody.